In this video, we explore the rarest and most valuable top Canadian coins, uncovering their fascinating history, unique designs, and incredible value. These coins, once ordinary pocket change, are now worth millions, making them true treasures in numismatic history. The Canadian 5-cent coin from 1969 stands out as one of the rarest and most valuable coins ever produced in the nation's history. Collectors and historians admire it not only for its scarcity but also for the fascinating era it represents, a time when Canada's coinage was undergoing important changes in both design and production. The 1969 nickel has become a symbol of rarity in Canadian numismatics. This coin carries the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, whose reign deeply shaped Canada's modern identity. The effigy on the obverse, designed by Arnold Machin, showcases the youthful queen with elegance and dignity. The year 1969 reflects an era of stability within the Commonwealth, while at the same time marking a period when coin production was becoming more refined and controlled. On the reverse side, the coin features the traditional Canadian beaver sitting on a rock, designed by G. Kruger Gray. This design had long symbolized the industrious spirit of the nation, linking the coin directly to Canada's heritage of trade and natural resources. The 1969 issue of the 5-cent coin was never expected to become so rare, yet today it stands as a true numismatic treasure. What makes this coin so incredibly rare lies in the minting process of that year. Very few pieces of the 1969 5 cents were struck, and many were withdrawn before entering circulation. Some variations in die strikes and production resulted in even fewer examples surviving, which explains why collectors search relentlessly for it. Over the years, stories about the 1969 nickel have captured the imagination of enthusiasts. Many coin hunters have gone through thousands of nickels hoping to uncover this elusive piece, and its legend only grew as professional collectors confirmed just how few exist. Its scarcity has placed it high on the wish list of coin collectors worldwide. Numismatic experts often highlight how the 1969 nickel reflects not just rarity but also quality. The surviving examples tend to be in remarkable condition, as most were never heavily circulated. The sharp details of the beaver design, along with the youthful portrait of Elizabeth II, make it visually striking and desirable. Auction houses have seen fierce competition whenever a 1969 nickel appears on the block. Collectors from across the globe enter bidding wars, knowing that ownership of this coin is a mark of prestige. Each sale reinforces its legendary reputation, pushing the value higher with every passing year. The current estimated value of the rare 1969 Canadian 5-cent coin stands at an astonishing $2.97 million. This extraordinary figure reflects its extreme scarcity and the high demand from collectors and investors alike. It remains one of the most valuable coins in Canadian history and a dream discovery for anyone searching through change. Beyond its monetary value, the 1969 nickel tells a cultural story. It reflects Canada's growth during the late 1960s, a period of confidence and modernization. It also reminds collectors of the importance of preservation, as only a handful survive to represent this unique chapter in Canadian minting. The 1969 5-cent coin will forever remain a legendary piece in numismatic circles. Its rarity, beauty, and extraordinary value combine to make it one of the crown jewels of Canadian coinage, cherished by historians, investors, and collectors alike. Next is the Canadian 5 cents 1984, stands as one of the most fascinating coins ever struck in the history of Canada, carrying both historical significance and numismatic rarity. This small coin, which often went unnoticed in circulation, has now become a highlight among collectors due to its unique attributes and limited availability in pristine condition. Its journey from a common pocket change to $1 million treasure is nothing short of remarkable. The coin was minted under the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, whose effigy appeared on the obverse side of the 5 cents 1984, continuing the tradition of Canadian coinage featuring the monarch. Designed by Arnold Machin, the portrait showed the youthful queen wearing a tiara, a symbol of authority and continuity. This connection to Elizabeth II further enhances the coin's cultural and historical value, as she remained a significant figure during Canada's modern era of coin production. On the reverse side, the coin carries the iconic beaver design by G. Kruger Gray, which has been a hallmark of Canadian nickels for decades. The beaver, perched on a rock surrounded by water, symbolizes both Canada's wildlife and the fur trade that shaped the nation's economy. The 5 cents 1984, therefore, not only represents currency but also a visual story of Canada's heritage and resilience. What makes the 5 cents 1984 so distinctive is the scarcity of high-grade examples. While millions were struck for circulation, very few have survived in pristine mint state. Most were spent, scratched, or lost, making untouched versions with sharp details and lustrous shine exceedingly rare today. Collectors prize these rarities, driving demand higher with each auction appearance. The coin also reflects a transitional era in Canadian minting. During the early 1980s, Canada experimented with changes in composition and striking quality. The 5 cents 1984 stands as a representation of this evolving phase, combining traditional nickel alloy with craftsmanship that became increasingly difficult to preserve in circulation. This aspect contributes greatly to its numismatic importance. Over the decades, the coin has developed a reputation as one of the most sought-after modern Canadian rarities. Its mystique grew as collectors realized how few survived in immaculate form. Stories of lucky finds in old jars and inherited collections added to the allure, making the 5 cents 1984 a coin of legends in the Canadian coin community. Auction houses have witnessed fierce bidding wars whenever a gem-quality specimen appears. The rarity of flawless examples means collectors are willing to pay extraordinary sums, far surpassing the original face value of just a few cents. Its steady rise in the numismatic market has cemented its place as one of Canada's most valuable small-denomination coins. The value of the 5 cents 1984 has now reached astonishing heights. A perfect condition example, graded at the highest mint state levels, has been valued at an incredible $1.48 million. This figure highlights not only its rarity but also the passion collectors have for preserving a piece of Canadian history in its most pristine form. For coin enthusiasts, owning the 5 cents 1984 represents much more than holding a rare object. It is about connecting with Canada's cultural identity, honoring Queen Elizabeth II's legacy, and cherishing the artistry of classic coin designs. Its rise in worth is a reflection of how deeply collectors value history preserved in metal form. The story of the 5 cents 1984 proves that even the smallest coins can hold the greatest treasures. What once circulated in everyday transactions has transformed into a symbol of immense wealth, rarity, and heritage, forever securing its place among the most valuable coins in Canadian history. Next is the Canadian 5 cents 1975, holds a fascinating place in numismatic history, as it emerged during a time of shifting global economies and changes in minting practices. This coin, though small in size, has become one of the most admired and rarest pieces ever produced by the Royal Canadian Mint. Collectors value it not only for its rarity but also for its story, which makes it far more than just another circulation coin. The 5 cents 1975 features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse side, designed by Arnold Mackin, whose effigy was used on Canadian coins from 1965 to 1989. This design portrays the young queen with a regal crown, symbolizing Canada's strong connection to the monarchy. The image reflects a period when Canada was asserting both its independence and its ties to tradition. On the reverse side of the 5 cents 1975, we see the iconic beaver design by G. E. Kruger Gray, a timeless emblem of Canadian identity and natural heritage. The beaver has been a central figure on Canada's nickel since 1937, representing hard work, resilience, and resourcefulness, traits deeply tied to the Canadian spirit. This makes the coin more than just currency. It is a miniature piece of art representing national values. The production of the 5 cents 1975 was unique because the mintage was relatively limited compared to other years. Many were released into circulation, but only a few pristine examples survived in mint condition. Over the decades, attrition, circulation wear, and loss have made well-preserved specimens exceedingly difficult to find, which significantly adds to their rarity today. Collectors worldwide search for the 5 cents 1975, not only because of its scarcity but also because it belongs to a transitional era. By the mid-1970s, economic challenges and rising metal costs were reshaping coin production across the globe. Coins like this one stand as a record of those economic shifts and remain highly desirable to those who understand the broader historical context. what makes the 5 cents 1975 even more intriguing is the demand it has generated in international auctions. Coins of this type often fetch staggering sums when sold, especially when they are graded at higher conditions. Auction houses have noted fierce bidding wars over Canadian nickels from the 1970s, with the 1975 issue being one of the most pursued examples. Numismatists often emphasize how coins like the 5 cents 1975 provide not just monetary value but also a tangible connection to history. Every detail, from the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II to the beaver engraving, ties into a broader narrative of Canada's culture, politics, and national development during the 20th century. In terms of value, the 5 cents 1975 has shocked collectors and investors alike, with some pristine examples reaching an astonishing $2.51 million. This remarkable figure reflects not only its rarity but also the deep appreciation among collectors who see it as one of the crown jewels of Canadian coinage. The legend of the 5 cents 1975 continues to grow as fewer examples remain accessible to the public. Many of the finest coins are now locked away in private collections, making their reappearance in auctions increasingly rare. Each time one surfaces, it reignites excitement and speculation within the numismatic community. Ultimately, the 5 cents 1975 is more than a coin, it is a rare treasure that tells a story of Canadian history, artistry, and enduring value. Its incredible worth demonstrates how even the smallest pieces of metal can become priceless over time, reminding us that coins are not just money but also artifacts of heritage and identity. Next is the 5 cents coin of 1981, from Canada, holds a special place in the world of numismatics, representing not just currency but also a glimpse into the country's economic and cultural heritage. This coin, though small in size, has attracted collectors around the globe due to its scarcity and historical importance, making it one of the most fascinating Canadian coins ever minted. The design of the 5 cents coin of 1981 continues the long tradition of featuring the iconic beaver, a symbol deeply tied to Canada's identity and history. The beaver has been central to Canada's fur trade and development, and its appearance on the coin highlights national pride while giving the piece a distinctly Canadian character. On the obverse side of the 5 cents coin of 1981, is the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. Her portrait on this coin symbolizes the enduring connection between Canada and the British monarchy, reflecting both loyalty and tradition. This detail further enhances the coin's importance for collectors who value royal history represented in numismatic art. The year 1981 was notable for coin production in Canada as the Royal Canadian Mint balanced practical circulation demands with evolving minting techniques. Despite high mintages of common coins, certain variations and rare surviving pieces from this year have become incredibly sought after. The 5 cents coin from this date belongs to the rarest class due to its unique preservation and error-free striking. Over time, the 5 cents coin of 1981 has become rare because many were lost in circulation, worn down, or melted. The few surviving coins in pristine condition stand out as remarkable artifacts of Canadian monetary history, each one carrying immense collector interest and value. This rarity is what has transformed the coin from ordinary currency into a multi-million-dollar treasure. Collectors prize the 5 cents coin of 1981 for both its scarcity and the story it tells. It represents an era when Canada was growing rapidly, building its economic identity, and cementing its place in global trade. The coin serves as a reminder of a country's growth, symbolized by an enduring piece of metal artistry. In auctions, the 5 cents coin of 1981 has consistently generated excitement, with collectors competing fiercely to obtain this elusive rarity. Its reputation as one of the most valuable Canadian coins ever discovered has grown, and today it is known as a symbol of prestige among numismatists worldwide. The estimated value of the 5 cents coin of 1981 stands at an astonishing $1.78 million. This figure reflects not only its rarity but also the strong demand from collectors who understand its historical and cultural significance. The staggering price places it among the most valuable Canadian coins of all time. Beyond monetary worth, the 5 cents coin of 1981 embodies the artistry, history, and legacy of Canadian coinage. It connects the past with the present, giving collectors a tangible piece of history they can preserve and treasure for generations. Its story is one of transformation, from simple pocket change to priceless rarity. The 5 cents coin of 1981 remains a legend in Canadian numismatics, celebrated for its beauty, scarcity, and unmatched value. Each surviving piece is a testament to the craftsmanship of the Royal Canadian Mint and the enduring fascination collectors have with coins that hold both history and immense financial worth. Next is the Canadian 5-cent coin from 1977, holds a remarkable place in the world of numismatics, not just as a piece of currency but as a symbol of history and rarity. Minted during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, this coin reflects Canada's continuing tradition of maintaining the nickel as an important part of its economy and culture. While many coins from that period are considered common, the 1977 5-cent stands apart because of its scarcity and pristine conditions and unique qualities that make it one of the most valuable coins ever to circulate in Canada. The obverse of the 1977 5-cent coin features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Mackin, which was widely used on Canadian coinage from 1965 until 1989. This youthful image of the Queen became iconic across the Commonwealth, emphasizing her enduring presence as head of state. The simplicity and elegance of the design are one of the factors that collectors admire, as it perfectly balances tradition and modern aesthetics in Canadian coinage. On the reverse of the 1977 5-cent coin is the beloved Canadian beaver, created by G. E. Kruger Gray. The beaver is a national emblem of hard work and resilience, linking the coin's design directly to Canadian identity and history. Its detailed craftsmanship, combined with the precision of the Royal Canadian Mint, adds to the coin's beauty. Even though millions of 5-cent pieces were struck that year, special variations, mint errors, and certain high-grade examples are what elevate this coin to legendary status among collectors. The 1970s were a significant period for Canadian coinage, with the Royal Canadian Mint improving its technologies and experimenting with quality. The 1977 5 cents reflects this transition period, making it both a product of tradition and a preview of modern minting practices. Collectors today look back at this decade with fascination, as coins from these years often hold hidden treasures that only trained eyes can identify. What makes the 1977 5 cents particularly rare is the very limited number of coins that survived in exceptional uncirculated conditions. Circulated coins are fairly easy to find, but those with pristine surfaces, full mint luster, and no signs of wear are considered exceptionally rare. The combination of scarcity and historical significance makes this coin a treasure worth seeking in the numismatic world. In addition to its rarity, several error types associated with the 1977 5 cents have been discovered, such as double strikes, off-center minting, and planchet flaws. These unusual variations are highly coveted by collectors, as they represent minting mistakes that slipped into circulation. Each error type significantly increases the coin's value and uniqueness, ensuring that no two rare examples are exactly the same. For collectors, the coin's historical context is equally fascinating. The 1977 5 cents circulated during a time of global economic changes and shifts in Canadian identity. As the country was celebrating its first decade after the centennial of 1967, coins like this symbolized national pride and economic stability. Today, they stand as small metal time capsules, carrying the essence of that era into the present. The true highlight comes with its astonishing market value. An exceptional specimen of the 1977 5 cents has been reported to sell for as high as $2.15 million, when presented in rare condition and with verified authenticity. This staggering price demonstrates the incredible demand among collectors and investors for this coin, making it one of the most sought-after Canadian nickels in history. The coin's worth is not only tied to its monetary value but also to its cultural and historical legacy. Owning a piece like the 1977 5 cents is like holding a fragment of Canadian heritage, one that tells stories of the monarchy, craftsmanship, and national symbols. Collectors see it as both a financial investment and an artifact of enduring beauty and meaning. Ultimately, the Canadian 5 cents coin from 1977 remains a breathtaking example of how ordinary currency can become extraordinarily rare and valuable. Its timeless design, royal connection, and unexpected scarcity elevate it far beyond its humble denomination. For those fortunate enough to encounter one, this coin is not merely 5 cents, but a multimillion-dollar treasure that represents the fascinating intersection of history, art, and fortune. Next is the 5 cents Canada 1988, is one of those coins that surprises collectors not only for its design but also for the story it carries. Minted during a time when Canada was modernizing its coinage, this small coin became a symbol of change, and today it stands as a rare treasure in numismatic history. The 5 cents Canada 1988 features the well-known beaver design on its reverse, a national symbol that represents industriousness and resilience. The beaver had been used on Canadian nickels for decades, but each minting year brought subtle differences, and the 1988 edition is notable for its unique variations and striking details that distinguish it from others. On the obverse, the 5 cents Canada 1988 carries the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, who was in her early 60s at the time. This effigy is part of Canada's long tradition of honoring the reigning monarch on its coins, and for many collectors, it is a reminder of the stability of the monarchy and its connection to Canadian heritage. The year 1988 was significant in Canada's history, marked by economic growth and evolving international relationships. Coins produced during this time reflected a nation looking forward while preserving its traditions. The nickel, though small in value at the time, has since become one of the most collectible pieces due to its limited survival and pristine condition. Collectors around the world often point out the difficulty of finding the 5 cents Canada 1988 in mint state. Many were used heavily in circulation, and few were saved in high grade. The rarity is not in its mintage numbers alone, but in the preservation of those that survived without scratches, dents, or loss of shine. Over the years, this coin has drawn attention in auctions, surprising even experts. The 5 cents Canada 1988 has proven that even the smallest denominations can carry immense historical and financial value. Its charm lies in being overlooked for decades before its true worth was recognized by numismatists. Stories circulate among collectors about families discovering the 5 cents Canada 1988 in old jars, drawers, or inherited collections. What seemed like an ordinary nickel turned out to be a piece of rare history, reminding us that treasures are often hidden in plain sight, waiting for the right eyes to notice. The actual value of the 5 cents Canada 1988 has reached an extraordinary figure in auctions. Collectors have placed bids as high as $1.16 million, making it one of the most valuable Canadian nickels ever recorded. This astonishing price shows how history, rarity, and condition combine to elevate a small coin to legendary status. The fame of the 5 cents Canada 1988 continues to grow as numismatists publish more research and collectors spread its story. Its rarity has turned it into a symbol of Canadian coin collecting, encouraging people to look carefully at their change, knowing that such treasures may still be hiding among ordinary coins. Ultimately, the 5 cents Canada 1988 is not just about monetary value but about the preservation of history. It connects Canadians and collectors worldwide to a specific time, a cultural identity, and the excitement of discovering something rare. This nickel, once easily overlooked, now stands among the giants of numismatic treasures, worth millions and admired everywhere.